President Cyril Ramaphosa has spoken to his U.S. counterpart Donald Trump via phone. A statement from the presidency says the two leaders discussed bilateral trade matters during the call and agreed to continue with further engagements on the subject. The statement also mentioned that the respective trade negotiating teams would talk in more detail. This comes as the Trump administration has implemented a 30% tariff on South African goods. Sappi has reported a loss for the second consecutive quarter. That's as the paper and pulp producer took strain as a result of the global trade war. During the third quarter, the firm posted a $33 million loss, and in the second quarter, a $20 million loss. European manufacturers and Chinese clothing makers have adopted a more cautious stance to their exports in the face of U.S. President Donald Trump's hostile tariff policies. And this has weighed on demand for Sappi's biggest products. On the back of the weaker results, the group has announced that no dividend will be declared for the full year. Life Healthcare has declared a special cash dividend. Shareholders will receive a payout of 235 cents per share. This follows the disposal of the private hospital operator's interest in Life Molecular Imaging. The firm bought the stake for $5 in 2018 and invested just $70 million in the business since then. The selling price of $350 million represents a substantial return. MTN has forecast a return to profit. The mobile operator expects interim headline earnings per share to be around 6 Rand. That's a recovery from the loss of 2.56 Rand during the previous period. The swing is due to strong performances from MTN Nigeria and MTN Ghana. The group will open its books on the 18th of August. The Foschini Group has reported an 11.5% increase in sales for the first quarter. That's thanks in part to the acquisition of British fashion and lifestyle retailer White Stuff. Looking ahead, the firm says it's expecting an overall challenging first half. It's highlighted volatile business conditions due to proposed trade tariffs and the impact on economic growth as a result as key challenges. Advotech has increased its presence in East Africa. The private education group has acquired Regis Runda Academy in Kenya. The deal carries a price tag of 1.23 billion Kenyan shillings. That's about 172 million rand. Advotech says the transaction reinforces the group's commitment to providing superior private education across the African continent. The company now operates in South Africa, Kenya, Botswana and Ethiopia. Met Air has rejigged its structure. The Automotive Components and Energy Storage Group says it now has two primary segments, the first being the original equipment manufacturer division and the second being the aftermarket parts and retail unit. The firm will use these two categories to present its results going forward and comes as it continues with its turnaround plan. Speaking to that, a trading update from the group indicates that there has been a marked recovery in volumes and improvement in margins on the back of restructuring and optimization efforts of the firm. Given this, Met Air expects to report headline earnings per share of at least 63 cents. That's from a headline loss per share of 3 cents previously. The company's results are due out on the 10th of September.